Hey guys, thank you for checking out our video today. My name's Sean Elders and this is Pinnacle Combat Arts. Like, subscribe, comment down below, hit the bell so you can be notified every time we get a new video. Today we're going to be doing Contra Sumbrada and learning how to pass and sectoring systems. Let's get started. So we're going to be doing Contra Sumbrada and we're going to be talking about sectoring today. Okay, when we look at the way that we move our stick or our sword, okay, we have to think about where is my weapon to what the attack is. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So when he gives me a number 1, if my weapon is up, I'm going to come in and do a inside deflection. Okay, if my weapon is down, I'm going to do what they call roof deflection. Okay, this is all based on where am I at? Where's my attack? Okay, it could be, for instance, if we're from a distance and we're in large mono range, I'm doing a lop tick with tick with tick. Okay, and what happens is if I come in at him at this position and I move in on him, now we're going to the middle range. He's going to do what they call an inside deflection. You see that? See, we'll do it on this side. Okay, so lop slash low high. I come in and he does an inside deflection. Okay, now if I go in we're at here, okay, and his stick happens to be on this side, or the stick is either pointing to this direction or it's down, he's going to do a roof just like that. Okay, it's the same thing on the other side. If somebody does a number 2 at you, okay, you're going to do, for instance, if he gives me a number 2, I can do an outside deflection, or I can do what they call shield position. Okay, if I do it from this angle, it gives me a number 2, outside deflection or shield. Okay, now what happens is when we're doing this is that we do what they call sectoring. Okay, if my hand happens to be passed, what do I mean by passing? When we're at the beginning, when you do Contra Sumbrada, you just learn a pattern. So for instance, for a beginner, they would go roof, number 1, drop stick, number 1, inside deflection, number 4, back to the roof. Okay, and that's a basic thing. Okay, but what ends up happening is that you get layer upon layer, you get new attacks given to you as you progress. And so what happens is, for instance, when I go like this and he gives me a 2, I have to either do a shield here or I have to do an outside deflection here. Okay, and so if you're a student and sometimes you're unsure, you're going, well, what do I do? Do I do a shield there or an outside deflection? Okay, so a shield or an outside deflection. What do I do? Well, it should be based on what they call sectoring. Okay, so what happens is, for instance, if he gives me number 1 and I go to an inside deflection position here where my weapon is pointing up, and I come inside to sector 4 and I pass this and I come to an attack, he has to do an outside deflection. Okay, because if he tried to do a shield here, it would take too much time and I'd already hit him. Okay, and so that's the idea of this whole thing, is that you need to remember that when we go into this position, you're going to go here and pass, and he's going to go an outside deflection. Now, how do I shield? What happens if I do a shield? Well, if I check him in this position with what we call sector 1, okay, ideally, the way that you open this line up is you actually push it down and then you come in at it with an attack. Okay, so you have 2 different ways. 1, pass, outside deflection. 1, push down, shield. Okay, or slap down. You can slap it down too. And what this does is this helps force the student to be able to learn how to deal with the different sectors and how to engage the attacks. These sectors are very important, so we could do kind of an exercise with this. Okay, so for instance, we're just going to do off the number 2. I'm going to give you this as one of the basic ones to start with. Okay, so first of all, we do what they call an outside deflection. An outside deflection goes when my hand ends up passing and I get attacked on this side of the body, I engage the attack like this. If I attack with the number 1, for instance, and my hand gets pushed down and it gets attacked in this angle, I come in and I do what they call a shield. And so these are the things that we need to learn to be able to progress. Okay, so one of the exercises we can do is we'll start off, and all I'm going to do is do the same one over and over again to them. So we're going to go 1, 2, here, drop stick, back to a number 1. And when I come to this position, I'm just gonna pass it like this and make him go to an outside deflection. We go back in, well, whatever you want to do, and I pass it just like that. See, just like that. So slowly, I'm here. I bring my hand into sector 4. Okay, the sectors look like this. Go ahead and stand here. The sectors look like this. They go, I got 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's 4 different sectors that we have. These are the sectors that you need to understand to be able to, when somebody redirects your hand, you're able to engage it properly. So when we go to that number 1 and I get to this position, I'm just bringing my hand inside the sector here and I pass it, and that creates an opening right there. Now obviously timing and learning the timing to it and training it over and over again makes you better. See? Okay, very good. Okay, and then so the second one I'm going to have you guys do is you're going to do what I call it a push down. Okay, when I get to this position here, I'm going to push this down to create that line of attack. Okay, and that's the next one. So when I come here, I'm just going to practice it single eyes. So I go 1, and then he goes 1, and then he goes 1, and he goes. And this helps you too as the feeder because you're learning how to do it as well. Okay, then we do it inside the drill. We go 1, 2, 3, and then boom. Whoa. Got hit on that one. Okay, so those are the 2 exercises that I want you to do. And then what you want to do, the third thing, is that you want to put them together. So when we go here, we'll do it nice and slow, so that he can start to feel which one he's supposed to do. See? Just like that. And then I can do the other one, just like this. See? And then if I pass it like that, or I bring it down, we go back and forth between the 2. It's all about learning the sensitivity of your drill and learning it. And that's why sensitivity exercises are very important, and you should have those in every class, in every practice session with your partner. All right? Hope you learned something from this. I'll see you next time. Go to our website, pinnaclecombatarts.com. There you can find out more about what I do and the classes that I provide. Thank you guys so much for your support, and have a great day.